everyone, welcome to our new Python lesson. In this lesson, you will learn about different data types we can use in Python. So what is data type? Data types specify the type of data that can be stored inside a variable. As we have discussed like what is variable and how we can store a value inside a variable in our previous lesson. So in this particular lesson, we are looking like how many data types are there in Python, exactly how we can define that. So starting with like we have a different data types like numeric, string, sequence, mapping, boolean and set. So the first is numeric, and within numeric we have different classes. So it can be integer, int is integer, float or complex number. So this numeric data types can store these three, either integer, float or complex. String, it will store sequence of characters. And then what is sequence data type? So it has three classes: list, tuple and range. And these three, all of these store a collection of items, which we will see in the following examples. And the mapping data types will have this dictionary, and this dictionary also hold data but in a different format, that is key value pair format. It store the data. Boolean, that we have seen like true and false, like it hold either true or false. And set also had like having collection of unique items that we will see. So coming to how we can access the data and how we can define these data types in Python. So starting with first Python numeric data type. So this numeric data type is used to hold numeric values. So we can either store integer, float and the complex number. So here in line 6 I have defined the first one is like this 5 is integer and I'm storing the value of integer in a variable name called num1. Same, I'm storing second value 8.3 into a variable called num2, and the third value I'm storing in num3. So let's see the type of each variable. So let's print, and within b, to check the type of a variable we have to type, and within the bracket we have to define which value you want. Then same way we'll check for type for other num2, and then print type for num3. So let's run this. See, so as we have stored three values and three different variables, so the first variable type is integer, we can see the number 5, and the second 8.3 it is float. So the type of this variable num2 is float, and this is complex number 1 plus 2j. This is a complex number and we are storing this into num3, so the type of this particular variable is complex. Then coming to the next data type, that is Python. So in the Python list data type, so we have like storing a collection of similar or different types of items separated by comma. So we can see like apple, mango, orange. These are the items we are storing into a list, and list are defined with a bracket. So each list we need to enclose with a bracket, and each item is separated by a comma. So here in line 14 I have defined a list, and the variable name for a list is fruits underscore one, and I'm storing three items. Now when you print the type of this variable, so let's see. So it is coming as a list. So this is the fourth one we are printing. So this particular fruit underscore one is a list. And how to access a list? Like we want to access items from a list. So to access item from a list, you can use, like for example, I want to access mango. So print, and then we have the variable name fruits and which index. So to access any of the items from a list, we have to use the index. So in Python, indexing start from 0. So 0, 1, 2. So for example, someone wants to access orange, so it will be 0, 1, 2. So we need to write 2 here. And let's run this. See, orange is coming in the output. if someone wants to access apple, so the apple index is 0, so we need to put it 0 to access the apple item. So see, the apple is coming in the output. So by this way we can access any item from a list. Now coming to our third, Python tuple data type. So tuple is also an ordered sequence of items, same as list. The only difference between tuple and a list is like once you have created tuples, you cannot modify the items, anything like within this tuple part. But in a case of list, you can modify anytime. You can change, like you can edit any item name, or you can add subtract item from a list, but you can't do any further modification in tuple part. We will see with an example. So right now I'm defining a tuple data variable name, that is fruits underscore 2, and tuples items for tuples are enclosed with a bracket. So the difference between list and the tuple is like we use parenthesis to store items of a tuple, and we use bracket to store items for a list. This is the first difference. And second difference between list and tuples is list can be modified, tuples cannot. Now coming to see the type of this. So let's see type of this variable is fruits2, and let me print this type. So the type of this variable is tuple. And now same way how we can access a tuple. So same thing is like we use the indexing thing to access. So let's access this time mango. So we want to access the mango. So this fruits 2 is a variable and the index of mango is 1. So let's run this and see we can access mango by using the indexing 0 1 2. So mango is coming at the index of 1, so we have to provide 1 within the bracket. Now coming to the next part is like how to modify. So before covering this fourth topic, so I can cover this one first. So let me bring it here. So how to modify a list. So as I was saying, the difference between list and tuple is like tuple cannot be modified, but you can modify a list. So for example, right now I have a list. So one variable name called fruits underscore 1, and which is storing a 3 item, apple, mango and orange. So let me change the name of, replace mango with some other fruits. So I want to change mango name with, so pineapple. And then when you print this fruits, so the modified list will appear in the output. So now the variable fruits underscore 1 is storing 3 items, name called apple, then second is pineapple and orange, because we have replaced mango with pineapple. So we can modify a list, but you can't modify a tuple. So let me show it here. So same thing you can try. So fruits 2, and I want to change mango name to pineapple. So now see, it will give you the error part. So print fruits 2. So see, tuple object does not support. So because type error, so we can't modify the tuples. So that's why we are getting error. So let me now rerun and see. So we have seen like how we can modify a list. So simply you can do indexing and then we can replace, or if you want to add, you can add. And coming to the fourth one is Python string data type. So Python string data type is a sequence of characters. So for example, here I am defining two variable, course and lesson. So course having this Python storing a list of characters, and we can represent the string by either a single quote or double quotes. So we can easily print what is inside the course, and let me print the type of course. So first we have printed the course variable, and course variable storing a string, that is Python course. And what is the type of this course variable? So this is string, so that's why it is coming the class string. And the next one is Python set data type. So what is Python set data type? So this is also, so set is an unordered collection of unique items, so it is not an ordered thing. As we have seen like up earlier, things like tuple and list all are the ordered collection of items, but set are the unordered collection of unique items. So for example, we are defining a set name called student ID, or we can say student roll number. So let me change it to roll number. And within this curly bracket, so for storing item within a set, we need to define within a curly bracket. So the difference is list with bracket, tuples. So here is list with, we store with bracket, and this is parenthesis for the tuple, and this curly bracket for the set. So please remember the difference between these three, like how we can write these things in Python. And let me print the type. So let me print the type of student roll number and see. So it is coming as a set. So we are defining this set because anything within the parenthesis considered as a set. And there is one more point which is important to note here is, since sets are unordered collections, so indexing has no meaning. So like generally we do 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to capture or to find out the items and to fetch the items, so we use the indexing, but here it is no meaning, so we can't use the operator, slicing operator. Like we generally use this slicing operator, this bracket thing, to fetch the items from a list or tuple, so there is no meaning in case of set. Now next is, so let me display how to display the student ID. So simply it means like printing the student roll number. So you just need to copy this and need to print, and I have already shown you the type. So let me rerun this. So this is the student roll number storing a 5 items, 16, 18, 4, 11 and 15 roll number, and the type is set. Now coming to the next one is dictionary data type. So dictionary, it is an ordered collection of items. So it stores your elements or your values as a key value pair. So what does it means, key value pair? So in this example, I'm defining a dictionary variable called Ramesh score, and these are the scores he got in class 10th. So math, science, English, Hindi, social science, and these are the scores in each subject. So this is the key, and this is the value. That's why dictionary is called as key value pair. So it stores key value pairs. And how we can access dictionary values using key, so let me show you. So first let me print what exactly in Ramesh score, and then we will see how to access Ramesh. So access Ramesh score, and what we want, so for example I want English score, so let me type English and let's run this. So this is the dictionary Ramesh score having key value pair for each subject, and then what score he got in English subject is 92. We can see for English 92. So to access any items in the dictionary, that is key value pair, we can use. please remember, like, we can have the access for the value using the key. So these are the key: math, science, English, Hindi. So for example, if someone wants to print the score for maths, so use this and then maths. So 92 and 93 in maths, but the reverse is not possible. Like we can't fetch the key using the value. Like in the dictionary we can fetch the value using the keys, but the not the other way around is possible. And then coming to the next one is boolean data types, Python boolean data types. So it is one of the built-in data types which having two values, either true or false. So for example, right now I'm storing true value within a variable called a, and let me print the type of a. So the type of a is boolean. Now coming to the last one is frozen set in Python. So this frozen set in Python functions return unchangeable frozen object. What does it mean? So for example, right now I am defining a list, my list, apple, banana and cherry. And then what we are doing, so we are using frozen set my list. So like we are just storing, like freezing the list. So for example, just let me run this and see. So here, like, the list was apple, banana and cherry. So when you apply the frozen set, then it is creating a freeze. So it basically freezing the list. So list was apple, banana and cherry, and then we have created a new variable fset, and within fset we are freezing the list, so we can't do any changes. So this frozen set having this parenthesis, and within parenthesis we have each item. So thank you, and please try to practice all these data types and try to see what types are coming when you define a variable. And thank you, and please like and subscribe our channel to follow for more. Thank you.